door of the underground train hissed open. Passengers spilled from carriages and jostled among animals eager to replace them. It was a busy evening, with those disembarking eager to get home, as were those trying to board. One, however, had no such haste. Instead, the returned poet waited upon platform while a veritable battle of wills erupted around him. He revelled in their chaos, amused at the extent their flailing and curse paled in comparison to versions that threatened entire planets. As the new pivotal elder of the inaugural halls, he had spent the day being guided through the place by the insane cat in charge of doors, with the ingratiating courtesy demonstrated being almost disturbing. Indeed, Enritka, as the returned poet's second in command, had been more concerned by the cat than anything endured across the past 2 books, until the returned poet explained the cat's refusal of him at the beginning of the first one. "So you're quite certain?" the cat had asked, wringing paws while reversing in front of them. "I'm still in charge of doors?" Having assured him for several floors already, the returned poet nodded again. "It's just that I can only apologise for our initial encounter, as I was only doing my job, which involved doors." More placating pause to assure that this could now be left to rest. "I didn't mean any disrespect, you understand," continued the cat. "I was just adamant that the elder should not be disturbed, a courtesy that naturally now extends to you."
"Be assured that this needs no further debate."
The cat fell silent for a floor and some rooms before needing to check again, which left Enritka asking whether maintaining such appointment was wise, particularly since the animal was wielding a bucket and mop without having used either for several floors. A smile had been answer enough. As carriage filled, throng of animals lessened and dispersed until leaving him relatively alone on the platform. He went to some stairs, at the top of which 2 ticket inspectors waited. He took steps carefully, still mending after his fall onto trestle tables despite the cushioning afforded by stacked ammunition. While ticket inspectors peered at him incredulously, he smiled, aware his regal pivotal elder attire was the clinical opposite of what he had worn when reprimanded by them previously. Although he doubted they would remember him, he remembered them, particularly the leniency afforded.
"Good evening," he said. "You will not remember me, but I have come to pay for my ticket."
Their blank stares remained until one realised what he was talking about. "Goodness," he said. "I didn't recognise you at all."
"It has been some time."
"Well, only a week." The returned poet smiled when realising that from their vantage it was quite true. "You look far better now," the inspector continued. "Far less grotty and torn. Have you done something to your fur?"
"Certainly, it has been washed and ironed."
He fiddled through robes so thick and embroidered, it was like wearing exotic rugs, before pulling out some coins.
"For my ticket. You will recall that I had not the money last time."
Coins were taken with surprise, before the inspector admitted it was rare to see such honesty.
"Yes. Well, there has been enough deceit around here to cover us for many years."
Realising his garb, the second inspector said, "You're a poet of some standing."
"A pivotal one, it would seem."
When they stood aside to let him pass, he left the station and stepped into Leib's night. The place bustled beneath amber haze. Streets and pavements choked with fumes, honks and shouts, as traffic struggled beneath lampposts that illuminated it all with a patience rare for the time of day. Pulling robes tighter, he humped in appreciation and strolled toward the inaugural halls of Leib. It was here that he had learnt his craft, and it was here that he would teach it. He revelled in being back home in a world held together by the rigidity of grime and punishment. After all, without it, there would be nothing to write about.